Yes, yes, yes. The N5 gist is back again. The 26-27 season. The season opener, as is customary, the Premier League champions take on the FA Cup winners, and Arsenal took on Manchester City. And we did the business as usual, bro.
Just in case they've
Yo,
forgotten, bro. Just in case
just in case they didn't
I
know.
had to,
Bro.
I just had to wear these just to remind them. See these.
Yeah, man.
See
Yeah,
these
I had to show
people.
them as well, man.
Absolutely. These guys, they won't know what hit them this season, man.
I see the start of total dominance in England.
Yeah.
Football is coming to North London and is staying in North London, and precisely at the Emirates, man. What
I was going to say
today.
Bro. Man.
I'm impressed. I mean, it's been a very interesting preseason. We took on a few clubs. We took on Dortmund at the Emirates.
Yeah.
We lost. We took on Real Betis. I don't want to remember that game. We lost.
Yeah,
and, fine. It's one of those things that happens. Like, it's a tune-up, see how we are. It's been a long year of football going into the World Cup. Our players were highly involved in that. And then coming into the Premier League, a lot of fitness checks, a lot of, and I was a bit worried about this game against Manchester City. I didn't know what to expect. I saw the lineup for City.
Dude, man, God, I told you, bro.
Then I looked at the coach and I saw it was Enzo Maresca. I was like, yeah, we're gonna surprise these guys, man. But I didn't know how crazy it was gonna be.
I knew. Just you saw the charts that I sent. The first thing when I saw your message about you're not sure, I was like, dude, I am absolutely confident. I am confident because seeing that lineup, Miles Lewis Skelly, the dude is growing in miles, just as his name, no puns intended, man. And he backed up with Bruno and Odegaard coming into another form of himself in recent times. Like straight from the World Cup, I could just see that something was beginning to just tick in this guy. And it's as if we had our Captain Fantastic back. Having those three, starting up with Havertz, gave us a little bit more dynamism. Seeing that and not Gyökeres up front was fantastic. Zolis has been popping up with assists here and there.
Whoa, what a signing.
Then Raya back in poles and not Kepa. Dude, man. So I was absolutely confident.
Yeah, it was sweet revenge, losing to Manchester City at the Carabao Cup final, coming back to Wembley. It was just a huge relief to see Raya and the sticks because I feel we lost that final because of Kepa. And I felt these guys took this game so serious with their lineup. And then Arsenal responded with, playing our fittest players, all the dudes that really showed up in the preseason. Mosquera, shout out to him. Gabriel coming back from the World Cup and he put on a monster performance. David Raya, Calafiori. I was expecting Nkapie, Ben White. It was just, the defense were on point today. I couldn't even fault anyone. I was a bit worried about Mosquera and Gabriel pairing again because, sometimes they don't get it right. But there was nothing wrong today. There was absolutely nothing wrong. Mosquera is going to have a great season. It begs to ask the question, do we really need to... I know we're champions. We should act like champions. We need to sign players and we need to sign the right players. Do we give Mosquera a chance to, back up Saliba properly? All this news about Ezri Konsa or Kwanzaa, depending on how your tongue rolls, it's hard to switch between Konsa and Kwanzaa. But yeah, if we do get any of them, I don't know. Should we trust Mosquera? That's what I'm basically trying to say. He was on point today, man. He was really good.
Dude, man, I used to say our fan base just panics for anything and everything. Some things are not just necessary. To start with, some people losing their heads over preseason. That's what preseason is meant for. It's to get players into gear. They've had a very hectic season. Some of them went into the World Cup. Some have gone on holidays. Everyone's coming back. People are beginning to understand the new teammates. You're fine-tuning certain things or aspects in your game that you need to work on. And it's just basically fitness. And also the players are always also sensible. They won't go into crunch tackles because they know, for goodness sake, this is preseason and I don't want to get myself injured. So you can see some people still, pulling back from challenges and all. But today, see Gabriel slide tackle taking out Doku's block. Like,
oh my God,
when it matters, boys were.
I love how they turn up, man.
Boys were on. Boys were on.
I was like, am I watching the same thing from the preseason? Yeah.
And City,
all that sloppiness.
City had absolutely no response to it. So this is why I say we should calm down. Then too, we also need to believe in our players. We're seeing boys from Highland. I mean, we're seeing Miles. Some fan base were running lyrical about the deal when they thought it was really going to go to their clubs, and all of a sudden, the realization, this is an Arsenal boy, man.
I saw United fans begging for our squad players, begging for MLS, begging for our skelly to turn heel and join United.
So this is what I'm saying. These are people, Lord. These are a crop of players that have come out from our academy, yeah? We've seen what Miles can do. There's Salmon who has been brilliant. I know he doesn't have the physicality just yet and the bulk, but he's a talent he's got potential. For that backside, except we're saying Saliba is absolutely gone for the season. The hope is that before we get into the winter, schedule, he should be back. So we still do have that player. We have Mosquera. I believe he's coming of age. I mean, we saw him in the Champions League final. That dude was actually playing out of position, and he did very well until that very costly mistake. When you then trust him to play in his actual position, the dude is class. So there's Gabriel, there's Nkape to come in if he needs to. There's still Timber to slot in for White, and White can also play centre back. So we can shuffle behind there, and I just feel like it will be good if we do have someone, but I do not think it is critical to have that centre back person right now. I think we need wing backs, if anything. If something happens to Ben White, what then happens? Because, I mean, Timber is
out for
so long. So I think the right back or someone who can play any side of the wings at the back will be more instrumental for our defensive line right now. But all in all, man, we're
looking confident. Yeah, we're looking very confident.
What did you think about Bruno?
Bruno G in the midfield. You see, I'm very proud of this club with the way they profile the players that they need to go for. I mean, Bruno G is going to be a substitute for Declan Rice and can play alongside Declan Rice. That's just fantastic. That's just the way to shop for players. Don't just buy players just because you need to buy players.
Exactly.
This guy was outstanding. I was a bit worried he got off after the game with, he tied his hamstring or something. I don't know. I hope he's fine. But the way he played today, I love how he always thinks forward to just, lay passes forward. He was almost like a standalone in that midfield. He gave Odegaard all that freedom to just move forward. Miles behind him and alongside him. It was just so balanced. I mean, he put on a monster performance. I mean, man, I'm so happy we have that guy in our forwards. And for 75 million pounds.
75 million. I mean,
there was a certain Anderson, 160 million pounds. And man couldn't even touch the ball. I mean, seriously, man, the way we do deals, although I was so scared, I thought we were not going to get Bruno G because that transfer lingered for a long time. But we ended up getting the deal over the line. And man, what a deal. What a buy. But fantastic. I don't want the window to end there. It's a fantastic buy. I mean, he's just going to do the job for us. Now, I feel so assured. I feel our midfield, there's no problem with our midfield. Everyone seems to be on point. As long as we keep MLS, I don't like these rumors of him leaving. Nwaneri, it's a bit of a dicey one. I need a substitute for Odegaard. Eze is one, yes, but we've got a lot of competitions. If they are being ambitious to go for every trophy, we need to keep Nwaneri. That's my opinion. Even if he doesn't get the minutes, he can play the FA Cup, he can play, Carabao Cup. He has to understand that this is where we are. We are champions. We have to move like champions. So keep your best, keep your homegrown. And then, I'm loving the dynamics between, Bruno G and, I can't wait to see Bruno G. Can that happen? It can happen. Bruno G, Declan Rice, and Odegaard at the same time. That's possible, isn't it?
Yeah, that will be left for Arteta. That will be left for Arteta to figure out. Like today, go for it. So, but the thing about Ethan, and I get the sentiments. But like Arteta said in his post-game interview, he wishes the Premier League could extend the actual numbers that we're able to register. There's no point having someone like Ethan. He stay behind and we can't register him. Who would you bench him for? Would you bench Zubimendi? Would it be Bruno? Would it be Eze? Bro, see the days are going. I can't believe this is my Arsenal. I can't believe this is Arsenal.
From calling, who do we used to call back in the days, man? All the riffraffs in our midfield.
Coquelin.
Back in the days, I can't.
Coquelin, then Nielsen.
Oh my goodness!
God. Do you know what? Let's not bring back the PTSD. So let's just skip it. Let's just skip it.
Let's keep it happy. Let's keep the vibe.
Let's keep the finesse. Yes. So
let's keep the vibe.
We've got all that panache in our midfield. What do you want, Ethan? So I think it's going to be damaging for us to, in some way, just keep him from maybe use some FA Cup game registration. This dude needs.
It is.
He needs regular minutes. So if we can do a loan, I think that's just going to be beneficial for him. See what we did for Saliba back then. Even though I felt like Saliba could have come in.
It's really sad what
earlier.
Marseille. Yeah, true. He did go to Marseille, but there was a lot of crap that happened with the Roberto De Zerbi leaving the club, and then
it was unfortunate.
Yeah. If not, he'd have been a mature, first team player coming back from his loan, and he did well in his first few games for Marseille.
Even in the preseason, you could see that he scored a couple of goals. He was really up for it. But it's just that there's just so much quality right now that we just cannot drop. So we could do a loan for him and stuff. But dude, I prefer this kind of conversation, my bro.
Yeah, man.
I prefer this kind of conversation.
This kind of headache I need. I don't need to think about the PTSDs from having Coquelin and the rest. Now we've got options, like multiple quality options in the midfield. Let's take it forward now in the striking positions. Can we have that same conversation in the striking position? There's been a lot of noise about how Gyökeres, his performances in the preseason.
Yeah.
There's a lack of technicality from Gyökeres. He's a bit, unsure with the way he controls the ball, the way he moves.
That's the Gyökeres we loved. That's the Gyökeres.
I'm not sure if we want to be champions, is this the type of striker we need to keep for next season? Do you feel there was a...
Who did we get this with in 22 years up front?
Giroud?
No, Gyökeres. You said, can we be champions? You said, can we be champions?
I know. Can we keep being champions? I know what you mean. Yeah, I get what you mean with that. Yeah. We won with him, he scored a lot of goals, yes.
No, as in our highest goal scorer, actually.
Is that sustainable, though?
Why not? Okay.
This league is going to be there's going to be a lot of fine. Pepper's left. Who's the opposition this year? I see Liverpool having a good season. Isak is back and the rest of their squad looks good. They've got a good coach now. I feel that the direct opposition to winning this league will come from Liverpool. United, I'm not so sure. Manchester City, with the way they play today, they better shake that off or else they wouldn't even be in the picture. But if we're going to win the league the way we won it last year, it was all about fine matches. I feel that might carry on in this season. Is Gyökeres the man to be in that striking position, or Havertz, where we need to score half chances, where we're struggling against maybe Fulham away, it's 1-1 and we need a goal, and then Gyökeres is just falling all over the pitch from one tiny touch from a defender? Are you confident about that? That's my question, basically.
So your question, basically, with what we've done, or the way we are going with what we've done, I think it can pull up better numbers. Okay, so hear me out. We have a new kind of elements in our midfield in Bruno. Unlike Declan Rice, that likes to carry the ball and make forward runs, Bruno is not scared of making incisive passes. You could even see him doing some cross-switch balls to Madueke, who made no sense of all the chances that he had. I mean, aside from that, there was a nice flick that actually, to be fair, Madueke gave Bruno. Bruno took too much time trying to think about what to do. Yeah, and I believe that when he understands his, teammates more, you're going to be seeing that kind of play.
Yeah.
Today, one thing I realized was he was also dropping down into pockets, switching with Master Skelly, and we're playing some lovely triangles between them. Sending it to the left side to Zolis, who just reminds me of a fresh Trossard. Dude,
it's like Trossard never left.
It's amazing. The way the boys were playing today, and Odegaard just being in control of that and just being that metronome and just making everything cement together and going. It was wonderful. One thing that I realized during the preseason is the players were releasing passes much quicker into space to Gyökeres was one thing I realized was happening a lot during the preseason. And when that works well, most of the things we complained last season was, Gyökeres is making some runs that we felt like Odegaard could just have given an incisive through pass, but he just brings it back for some reason and stuff. When we played
which
to
they
Gyökeres,
later solved towards the end of the season, though.
So when we play to these guys' strengths, he's clunky. He's
erratic.
Yeah, he's erratic. I mean, he tried to do one pass to Saka that I was just come on,
Jesus, where's the take? There was a free kick he took in the preseason game against, was it Dortmund? Yeah, I think. And he just ballooned. There was no evidence of technicality. Like you're taking a free kick. Like, why? What's so much power with the shot? Like, seriously, if you're lining up to take a free kick, pick your angle and just place it there. Like, why did you have to? All I'm just trying to say, like, the dude is not as technical as he should. He's
not. He's not technical.
And have chances.
He's not technical in build up. He's not technical in build up play. But with what we've seen before, this guy can score a goal when he has the chance. One thing I want to say is that in his first season, coming back to everybody felt like he wasn't going to translate all those numbers, but he still ended up being our highest goal scorer. And we can wear this because of the contributions that he made.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm not totally condemning him. I'm just saying, do we need, because there's a chance that Gabriel Jesus might move on. There's a chance that Martinelli might move on.
Yeah.
Do we entrust, do we not replace these guys, or do we just leave it to Havertz and Gyökeres and say, okay, they did it last year, they got the numbers last year.
I mean,
so
if
Nelly going to translate this season.
If Nelly goes anyways, we'll be looking more of a left winger than a striker. If Jesus goes, I mean, he's been non-existent. And I just feel that, yes, it frees up some wages for us to get another, quality person. Yeah,
quality, get the competition going.
But what I'm saying is that I do not think Gyökeres is as terrible as people make it seem. At the end of the days, the numbers still speak. First season was okay. It was good. Highest goal scorer. Let's see what he comes up with the second season.
Highest goal scorer for the club, and he wasn't in the top 5 highest goal scorers in the league. Fine, I get it.
He doesn't have to be in the league, but he still won the league.
He doesn't have to be in the league, but I am
his first time
to an Arsenal that has a top striker that always makes Aubameyang, Henry.
Right. Let me ask you a question.
Giroud was no, I'm not going to call Giroud in that equation, but yeah, I'm used to that. I need that back at the Emirates. We need our Haaland. That's what I feel. Ask me the question you need to ask.
I was going to say, you're saying that I was going to say that of all the people that came into the EPL in their 4th season as strikers, in Šeško, in Isak, in Ekitike, tell me as many of them that had as many goals as he did.
Haaland's first season, he was prolific.
Not this season. I mean, this season that he came into with all those new strikers across the other people that we wanted. Isak. I mean, you can say he's unavailable, but I mean, availability is value. So if you can't even stay fit, well, bro, that's on you. But this guy was able to stay fit. And across all the people, we even said, Šeško would be a better player for the kind of football he played. He still couldn't convert those or bring about those kind of numbers in the Manchester United team that, Carrick still got moving in the end. So I think we have to chill out.
Moving, Šeško started showing signs that he was the striker that, he could be. Not that I prefer Šeško over Gyökeres. I think they're probably the same level in the end. When you're playing for a club like Arsenal are known to create a lot of chances. if you put any of those strikers that you called in, their numbers will change. I guarantee you that.
But I mean, you know that we're terrible in chance creation last season, to the point where we became known as
set piece
FC Ole Ole, because it almost felt as if that was the. I mean, even for we Arsenal fans, no matter, we know we've played better football, and that wasn't what all our game was. But we knew that we had the highest chance of converting a set piece than going on the counter. So that was the kind of football we played, which was totally different from what we saw today.
Yeah. Anyways, in all fairness, the transfer window is still not closed.
Yeah.
There are talks of different players: Julian Alvarez, Victor Osimhen, Esposito from Inter Milan. There are lots of strikers that have been rumored to come to Arsenal. Let's see what the club does. They did try with Vinny Jr. That was admirable. That was a very good thing to do.
Yeah.
That raised the status of the club. That showed to the world that, Arsenal are not joking this year. We've arrived, basically. And we're showing it in the transfer market, which is what I love to see. So let's see what they do. Let's see if we get someone else in.
Yeah.
But I was impressed with today's game. It was lovely. It was good to get the first trophy. Ended last season with a party, starting this season with another party. It's the Community Shield. I know it's a preseason thing, but yeah, it's still a trophy. I think I regards it as a trophy. Yes, we've got our first trophy. Yeah, they better believe it is a trophy. And we've got it in the cabinet already.
Absolutely.
So yeah, Coventry on Friday is going to be a very good season opener. The Premier League champions are going to take on Coventry, the newly promoted side at the Emirates. Yep. It's going to be great. It's going to be lovely atmosphere. We've set the tone already with the way we played today. I mean, if we do, I don't want to underestimate Coventry, but if we do half of what we did against Man City, definitely 3 points. But Coventry they look good. They've got some very fast players. They are good. They are very good. I'm not gonna get ahead of myself.
Get ourselves,
I'm not gonna get ahead of myself. But yeah, I feel the way we performed today was just outstanding, and I think we've set a very high tone, and I hope we live up to it when the season starts. I need to look at our first 4 fixtures. After Coventry, I think we've got is it Bournemouth or someone, then Chelsea. Yeah. I mean, what do you think? Where do you see us after our first 4 games? Do you see us setting the pace for the rest of the team, or the rest of the league? I mean, or do we just play coy? Like, was that 2 seasons ago? I think last season we won our first 4. I feel we'll probably repeat that again, looking at the fixtures.
Well, like, it's different times. I would say I really can't tell. We've seen too little to be able to make, such
champions, man.
No, absolutely champions. Yeah, but I don't want to be too deluded, because, like you said, we haven't seen Coventry play what they're like. They would want to. These newly promoted teams, you know what they are like on the first day. They don't want to be trampled on. So I mean, they'll come with some fight. And also what we do on our ends, what sort of players are fit? Does Declan Rice come back in? Does MLS stay? Do we use Gyökeres? All this little thing. Do the players stay fit across those first 4 games? What happens with Chelsea? So it's just that's the.
To be honest, I'm surprised Declan Rice and Saka came on for this game. There was talk about them resting till September, but look at these guys, man. They cut their holiday short. Like, I just love the mentality with these boys.
Declan Rice's holiday was in Spain.
Was it? Yeah, but it's crazy. And he came back and he's come on to this game.
I don't know if that's true, but that's what fans were saying. The dude is still hard working to the point where his holiday was where preseason was holding and stuff. But yeah.
Wow. What a player. Yeah, so the first 4 fixtures is Coventry City, then Villa away, and then we got Chelsea, and then Manchester City again. So yeah, it's exciting times. Let's see how it goes. We'll be watching that Coventry game, and definitely we'll come back on the pod to give you guys our take. It's been a pleasure. The F5Gist is back. Watch us on YouTube. Do like, share, and do subscribe to the channel. Love you guys. Stay cool.
Stay cool, champions.